morning, everyone. Please settle down. How are you doing? Good to hear that. I'm feeling fabulous. Thank you for asking. Today, I want you to meet Yoti and Ki. Yoti is my dog and Ki is my cat. They are my... Correct. They are my pets at home. Who among you here have pets or animals? Oh, that's sweet. Everyone in this class has pets. What did your pet do yesterday? Anybody care to share? Well, let me start. And I'm going to use the names of my pets. Yoti and Ki stared at the park's water fountain yesterday. Let me write that on the board. How about you, Chelsea? What kind of pet do you have? A dog. And the name is? Bark. That's such a good name. Don't you agree, class? They agreed. Did Bark do anything yesterday? Bark jumped on Chelsea yesterday. Can you please write that on the board? Thank you, Chelsea. Yes, Mark. Tell us about your pet's activity yesterday. Bella catched a mouse in the attic yesterday. Interesting. Please write that on the board, Mark. Class, can you guess what type of animal Bella is? A cat. Is that right, Mark? You're correct. What's your context clue? Catched a mouse. Pretty smart. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you, Mark and Chelsea. Last week, we talked about a part of speech that expresses action, and we call it a verb. Excellent, you remembered. Let's give everyone an excellent clap. Excellent! I'm proud of you guys for remembering. Now, can you tell me the verb in the first sentence? Stared. How about the second sentence? Jumped. Good job. We also talked about the use of simple present tense. Now, I'm going to check if you remembered. Do you think the verbs stared and jumped are in its simple present tense form? No. Why is that? Because of the word yesterday? You got a point, Hazel. Give her 3 claps. So, if the words stared and jumped are not in its simple present tense form, what do you think is the verb tense for these verbs? Yesterday tense? No. Donna, please give it a try. Simple past tense. Wow! Fantastic! Okay, so the verbs here, stared and jumped, are in its simple past tense. What did we do to change them? But before that, let's identify first the base form. What's the base form of the verb stared? Stare. Great. How about the verb jumped? What's the base form? Jump. Well done. So, how did we change it to simple past tense? We added D for stare and we added ed for jumped. Good observation. Now, let's take a look at Mark's sentence. What's the verb here? What's the base form of the verb? Catch. Okay. So, in order to indicate that the action happened in the past, Mark just added ed, just like my sentence or Chelsea's sentence. Right. Just like Chelsea's sentence, Mark just added ed to the verb. That's why he got catched. Do you think that's right? Who says it's the correct form? Who says it's an incorrect form? Let me see. Okay. Listen, class. Some verbs, when you change them to its simple past tense, they like to obey the rule, which is adding d or ed. And we call these verbs regular verbs. However, there are verbs that like to disobey rules. They don't like just adding d or ed in their form. Do you like to disobey rules? Well, if you like to disobey rules and you're a verb, then you are called an irregular verb. Correct. That's why Mark's sentence should be Bella caught a mouse in the attic yesterday. Does it sound a bit confusing? I understand, but do not worry, it will get easier later in class because the first objective that we have in this lesson is that you will be able to recognize the use of simple past tense and identify the regular verb and irregular verb through a story. Are you excited to share stories about your pet? Also, later in our class today, you will be writing a 7 to 10 sentences narrative about your pet. Of course, you need to organize your ideas first through the use of a character map, and then afterwards, you're going to present it through a PowerPoint presentation. This will be your individual graded output. Okay? Does it sound a lot? No worries, guys, because all along the way, I'll guide you through the process and I'll also give you a criteria. But before all that, I have a treat for you. I'll be playing an animated film. Just the trailer though. So, watch and listen carefully.
Was swimming!
And Boris,
Wow! I was so scared. I got equal bumps.
on an incredible adventure into the heart of a hero.
Not dog, not wolf. You're a hero.
Balto